languages or dialects don't die out suddenly. And thanks be to God, Jack has, as I say, he gave me 250 words, which you would not find in any dictionary of any kind. And they're quite amazing. He's also an extremely knowledgeable man about mumming, which, again, it's not peculiar to southeast Wexford. Of course, you have mummers in Dublin, you have mummers in the north, all over the place. But it did survive, and it's a medieval thing, and you'd expect it to survive in Wexford. But Jack has an extraordinary knowledge of the mumming of southeast Wexford. Do you remember that mumming play, Jack? The old one?
Oh, yes, I do. Well, yes. You're in my young days, mumming was the only bit of entertainment that was in the country, except for the odd showman. It might come around once or twice a year. But mumming, every year, as soon as the barns were cleaned out, the mummers would go and sweep out the... Doing that, I mean, when the barns, when the corn was thrashed, the barley taken in or whatever, the mummers would go and they'd clean out the barn. Ask permission, of course, and the farmer would be only too delighted, because to be a night's entertainment for him and his family too. So that word would go out then on the bush telegraph, mummers was such a place on Sunday night, and of course all roads led there. So there'd be people there, some with boxes, the old 10k melodeons, others. There were one character who used to play a fife, a band fife, and he was a mummer himself. And if the mummers made a mistake, Jim would make a mistake too, so that all finish up on the last bar, perfect. Be nothing out of place. But yeah, they dance away the Wexford sets, and then about 7 o'clock the 3 knocks would come to the door, and the crowd would fall back, and it'd start up, the musicians would start up an old march, Droghedy they called it, and the mummers would come in, the captain would lead them in and go in a circle. Then they'd break up in 2 6s, and then they'd break up into 4 3s. And the captain and the doctor would meet down at the far end, away from the musicians, and they'd march up side by side, and then they'd face each other. So that was the first movement. Well, then the captain would introduce him. He had a rhyme. Here I am, the captain bold, who leads no rebel throng, with a chosen band of heroes, grand Kilmore we do belong. And I, their chief commander, with courage bold I've stood, up to my waist I have been based in streams of precious blood. The first he is the bold Prince George, old England's royal king. Then he was followed by St. Patrick, that ancient knight of fame from the Western Isle, by nature blessed, Hibernia is the name. And he was followed by Napoleon Bonaparte, and so on till he introduced them all. Well, then they'd say the rhymes, you see. The captain would call out Prince George, and they'd march up and down, and when they'd be passing each other between the lines of men, that strike the sticks together, the swords, wooden swords. So Napoleon's rhyme was, here I am, Napoleon Bonaparte, that conqueror of renown, 'twas by my skill in martial deeds great nations I pulled down. At Leipzig in Austria my valour it was tried, at Marengo I let Malix know, and the Austrians I defied, and so on, so on. Then Lord Wellington, well, I've after forgotten his rhyme, but something to do about until Marshal Ney led me astray on the plains of Waterloo. Well, then the Grand Senior of Italy came out, and the Turkish Emperor, and they marched away. So the Grand Senior said, when he hit the stick, he said, "You infidel, go down to hell and there receive your doom." But 'twas he fell and not the emperor. Now the captain called out, a doctor, if any can be found, to heal and cure the Grand Signor, I'll grant him £50. So now the doctor spoke up. "I'm a doctor," he said. The captain asked him, "What can you cure?" "I can cure what I think fit, the cunning death I can outwit, the colic, ague, lame and blind, the deaf and dumb and all such kind." "What medicine do you use?" "The wit of a weasel and the wool of a frog, and 14 ounces of September fog, all mixed up together with a hen's tooth and a cat's feather, and boiled over a slow stone fire on the windy side of a sheltery ditch." What have you cured? "My granny's brains I once pulled out. I went and washed them at the spout. Then I bestowed her 2 cat's eyes, and ever since she's twice as wise." So then Lord Nelson was next. "The Rear Admiral of the Blue, no man who breathes this vital air can service Kilmore through." Well, then Dan O'Connell was called out. "Here I am, an Irishman, O'Connell is my name. In the county Kerry I was born, in the Abbey of Derrynane. Under Patrick's banner long I fought, no man could be more true. Both Whig and Tory I have sought their manner to subdue. I am the man you call Brave Dan, your friend on each occasion, the first member to sit in Parliament of the Catholic persuasion. For my country's wrongs I've deeply felt in the course of heaven's charms. Both Wellington and Peel I made them yield, but not by the force of arms." So on, so on. When he came to the end, "Now to conclude and finish, I've got no more to say, so 'tis to our gallant captain you will attention pay." Now the captain spoke up, and he thanked the farmer, he thanked the musicians, he thanked the audience, and he thanked the mummers. So he was something the same about, "I've got no more to say, and we'll have our band right out of hand, some warlike music play." So the music started up then, and they done the stigger, and they went into a circle again, and the captain went out with his 6 men, and the doctor followed then, and that was that. By the way, I was a mummer myself. And I was a captain of a set of mummers in late 20s and early 30s in Kilmore village.
Man.
Yeah.